When Jada and Janelle Rivers transferred to an elite, nearly all-white private high school, they knew it wouldn't be easy. But they never imagined what was waiting for them. From the moment they stepped through those polished gates, Ryan Mallory and his gang made it their mission to break them. The twins endured every insult, every shove, and every slur. But when the bullying turned physical, they had no choice. What the bullies didn't know was that Jada and Janelle were black belts trained by a father who taught them never to bow their heads to hatred. The sun stretched across Rosewood Hills Academy's neat lawns and tall brick buildings. Everything spoke of money and old traditions. Jada and Janelle Rivers felt the weight of every glance that followed them. This was a tension that came with judgment already made. It wasn't only because they were new or twins. It was because they were black. Their father, Derek Rivers, had warned them. He taught them to carry themselves with strength and pride, and made sure they could defend themselves with skill few their age possessed. "Look at that," a boy's voice said loudly. He leaned against a pillar, smug grin on his face. "Twins? Didn't know they came in matching sets." Jada felt anger rise but pushed it down. Their father's voice, they want a reaction. "Don't give it to them." Janelle's grip on her backpack tightened, knuckles pale. But she kept her expression smooth. They pushed forward without breaking stride. "Ignore them," Janelle said under her breath. "I see them," Jada answered. "But I won't give them the satisfaction." Inside, students turned to look, conversations pausing. Some faces held curiosity, others open hostility. The first days passed exactly as expected. Every eye waited for them with cold judgment. Teachers called their names without looking up. In hallways, crowds shifted to block their way. But the twins didn't give them the reaction they wanted. Ryan Mallory appeared soon. He walked with careless swagger. "Hey," Ryan called out. "You two get lost on the way to the servants' entrance?" His friends laughed. The twins kept walking. "Guess they don't understand English. Maybe we should try jungle talk?" Laughter spread. Jada's jaw tightened, but she took a slow breath. Days passed. Ryan's friends, Zach and Brent, bumped into the twins, knocking books to the floor. "Didn't know they were letting janitors take classes," Zach muttered. The twins said nothing. But with every shove, every insult, pressure built. No teachers stepped in. No students spoke up. At home, Derek saw the signs. When they told him, he listened. "Control is power," Derek said. "They want to get under your skin. Don't let them." "They're pushing harder every day," Jada said. "They think you'll break," Derek replied. "And if they don't stop?" Janelle asked. "Then they'll find out you're not the ones who break." Ryan decided words weren't enough. He wanted to humiliate them completely. One morning, the twins found their lockers covered in hateful words scrawled in red paint. Slurs were bold and shameless. Cartoonish faces mocked them. Crumpled papers filled with insults were shoved through vents. The hallway erupted in laughter. Students pointed and snapped photos. Ryan leaned nearby, grinning. "Figured we'd give you decorations." "You should say thank you," Ryan sneered. Jada's eyes locked onto his, hard and unflinching. Later, wiping away paint, Jada said, "No more." Janelle nodded. "No more." Tension hung heavy as the twins walked through the courtyard. Ryan waited by the wall. Zach and Brent flanked him. "Thought you two might have stayed home today," Ryan said loudly. "If that's what you were hoping, then you're even more pathetic than I thought," Jada replied. The crowd murmured. Ryan's smirk faltered. "You've got nerve, acting like you belong here," Ryan snapped. Janelle squared her shoulders. "We do belong here. More than you ever will. Without your gang, you're just a coward." Ryan's jaw tightened. "Say that again." "You heard her," Jada said calmly. "You just don't like the truth." Ryan's hand shot out, slamming into Jada's shoulder. The crowd gasped. Brent swatted Janelle's books from her arms. Zach shoved her shoulder. "What now? You going to run to Daddy?" "No," Jada said. "We're done running." She planted her palm against Ryan's chest, sending him stumbling. Janelle swept Brent's legs. The courtyard exploded. Ryan swung clumsily. Jada slipped beneath and drove her fist into his stomach. Janelle caught Brent's shoulder and twisted him down. Zach lunged, but Janelle sidestepped, catching his arm and flipping him hard. Ryan staggered, but Jada met him with a strike under his chin. Brent charged, but Janelle drove her palm into his sternum. Zach grabbed a piece of wood. Janelle sidestepped, caught his wrist, twisted to disarm him, then drove her elbow into his face. Ryan lunged again, wild. Jada caught his wrist, twisted sharply, and drove her knee into his stomach. He collapsed, breath exploding from his lungs. "You had every chance to walk away," Jada said. "But you kept coming." Janelle stood beside her. The crowd fell silent. "Maybe now you'll learn we're not the ones you can push around," Janelle said. Brent tried to rise. Janelle planted her foot on his chest. "Stay down." Strange silence followed. No teacher had come during the fight. Now they appeared. "Enough," Mr. Carpenter said sharply. "What is going on here?" Ryan forced words out. "They attacked us." "We didn't do anything." Jada met Carpenter's gaze. "They've been targeting us since we arrived. Today they pushed too far. We defended ourselves." "We'll sort this out inside," Carpenter said. "All of you, come." Inside, the twins sat as Ryan, Zach, and Brent exaggerated injuries. Soon Derek arrived, calm and composed. Headmaster Harrington spoke. "We will investigate. But your daughters will be suspended." Derek's voice was calm but heavy. "My daughters defended themselves. I expected as much from this place." Ryan's parents arrived. Sandra Mullery swept in, eyes burning. "This is unacceptable. Our son was assaulted. These girls should be expelled, arrested." Derek watched her rage, letting her speak until her words ran thin. "This isn't over," Sandra hissed. "No," Derek replied evenly. "It's not." The twins rose, heads high. A new fight had begun. At home, Derek sat at the kitchen table. "You knew they'd come," Jada said. "People like them don't accept losses quietly," Derek replied, tires on gravel. "They're here," Jada said. Derek rose. "Stay behind me." Sandra Mallory's face was twisted with fury. Greg stood beside her, fists flexed. "You think you can get away with this?" Sandra spat. "Your son attacked my daughters," Derek replied. "They defended themselves." "Your girls are animals, just like you," Greg snapped. Derek let the insult sit. "You raised a bully, and today he found out what happens." Greg swung at Derek. Derek caught his wrist, twisted his arm, threw him off balance. Greg charged again. Derek sent him sprawling. Sandra swung, but Derek caught her wrist. "You came to my home," Derek said quietly. "You thought you'd bring fear, but fear doesn't live here." Sirens approached. Officers arrived. Sandra rushed toward them. "Officer, arrest him. He attacked us." Officer Klein held up a hand. "Ma'am, step back." Klein approached Derek. "Can you tell me what happened?" "They came uninvited." Shouted threats. He threw the first punch. "I defended my family." An older neighbor stepped forward. "I saw everything. They came shouting." The man threw the first punch. The homeowner only defended himself. Others confirmed Derek's account. "Based on what I've heard, we have questions for you too." Klein looked at Sandra and Greggy. Officers cuffed Greg. Derek stood with his daughters, unshaken. At the station, Klein reviewed statements and doorbell camera footage. "Mr. Rivers, the footage shows the Mallorys came aggressively. They initiated contact. Evidence is in your favor. We're pulling school surveillance too." "Do it," Derek said. "Let the whole story come out." Klein returned with photos showing Greg mid-swing, the locker prank, the boys cornering the twins, the courtyard fight. "Between these and witness statements, we have a strong case. The Mallorys are in deep. We'll move forward with charges." Officers processed the Mallorys. Derek stood with his daughter's morning sun stretched across Rosewood Hills. Word had spread about the Mallory's arrest. Inside the office, Harrington held police reports. Derek sat across from him, Jada and Janelle beside him. In light of the investigation, the suspension is rescinded. They return today. The students responsible have been expelled permanently. The decision that should have been made from the start, Derek said. We failed your family. That will change, Harrington said. See that it does, Jada said firmly. Not just for us, Janelle added. For every student who doesn't fit your mold. They stepped into the hallway. Students watched with curiosity and respect. The twins walked heads high outside. Derek walked alongside them. The storm is over, Derek said. No, Jada answered. We ended it. And we'll end it again, Janelle added, whenever it comes. Together they crossed the threshold into the light of justice. Days settled into natural rhythm. The school changed. Teachers greeted the twins with genuine regard. Classmates offered acknowledgement. What they had now was peace built on strength earned through fire. Their father's words stayed with them. Stand your ground. They had done exactly that. As afternoon's sun dipped lower, the twins sat side by side, laughter rising easy. They had not just survived Rosewood Hills Academy. They had claimed it. They had won, and they would keep on winning every single day.